Greetings gamers, HNS and welcome to the finale of the HNS Remembers 3D Mario series. So after Galaxy 2, for the next 3 years, 3D Mario would go under a great... Well, it went under a good but different direction. A great but different direction. As they made 2 3D Mario games that weren't really, they were 3D Mario games with the style of 2D Mario, and overall, both Riddle and World were great games. I have a lot of nostalgia for them. They're a lot of fun, and I have a lot of history with me buying both of these games. I talked about how I begged my parents 6 months for 6 months for 3D Land, and how I didn't have a Wii U back when 3D World came out until a little less than 2 years later. And yeah, both those games, when I just got to play them, they're amazing games. But after 3D World, which was on Nintendo's biggest failure, which is of course the Wii U. Well, actually, it's not the biggest failure; it's the Virtual Boy. But we don't talk about the Virtual Boy. But all that aside, though, so after that different direction, the Wii U had a short lifetime due to its low sales. The console really wasn't selling well. The poor marketing and weird name screwed it over, and although the Nintendo fans obviously had it and loved it and stuff, including me, what was Nintendo doing next for Mario? As we didn't really get a new original mainline Mario game for a while. I mean, in 2015, we had Super Mario Maker, which was not really mainline. It was basically it was a spin-off, I guess. Hey, you got to make your own you got to make your own Mario levels based on 2D Mario games. But where is 3D Mario going? As during that era, Nintendo had a huge focus of 2D games, with the likes of 3D Land and World took full. There were 3D Marios that played like 2D Mario. We had a lot of 2D platformers that era. New Super Mario Bros. 2, New Super Mario Bros. U, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Chibi with Zip Trash. Yes, that game blows. Scott the Woz fans all know that. Yeah. And Yoshi's Woolly World, which is a great game, by the way. Yeah. And those were all great games, but the 3D was kind of left behind. But that was until 2017. In January 2017, it was 3 months after Nintendo announced their new console, the Nintendo Switch. A brand new idea from Nintendo, and we just saw the camera around with a city going on, and then Mario comes across. Yes. And when I first saw this, I freaking lost it all the way back in 2017. I was late to the Wii U, but I was playing it a lot back then, and then I saw this game, and I was like, what? Oh my gosh! Yeah. I was that excited, basically. I mean, this looked absolutely amazing. Mario was going around in that Odyssey ship thing. It was going around. It was going around a city based on New York City. Some kingdom with Mexican-like people. Some forest place, and yeah, and it was honestly very new. And he was going around the Cascade Kingdom with a dinosaur. Whatever the Luncheon Kingdom is and stuff. I was absolutely mind blown when I saw this. And by then, I was already saving up to get a Switch, and I got one 3 months later, and I was totally ready to get this game. And in fact, I definitely did, obviously. This game came out worldwide on October 27th, 2017. Now, I didn't get it at launch. I think I was busy with other games and stuff. So I got it for Christmas 2 months later, and I played it the whole way through. And beat it 2 weeks later, and let me tell you, this is an absolutely amazing game and a true masterpiece, and my second favorite Mario game ever. But now as always, this has spoilers, So if you don't want to spoil it and you haven't played this game yet, go do that first. Go grab your Switch and do that first. And then go watch this. Oh, anyway though, let's get on with the video. Let's get on with the Odyssey. So it starts off in the skies above Peach's castle. And of course, we see Bowser attacking Mario on an airship, but this time he's in a new outfit. He's in apparently some wedding outfit. Yes, because the new plot of this game is that Mario has to go scattered around the world trying to stop Bowser from marrying Peach on the moon. That is honestly a really interesting plot, but I honestly really like it. It is very, very interesting, and Mario gets blown off by Bowser's hat, and Mario's hat gets blown away, and then Mario, of course, gets hit off and flung into the skies, and of course, Bowser takes Peach, obviously. But where could the plot go next? Let's see. Well, Bowser stomps on the cap, and yeah, time for the plot to continue. So then Mario gets waken up by some talking hat thing known as Cappy, Mario's big new companion in this game. Kind of like the Luma from Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Yeah, and Flood from Super Mario Sunshine. This is honestly really interesting, and it was definitely pretty new. And Mario's in this new thing called the Cap Kingdom, something that's never been seen before in a mainline Mario game. And once you see this, you definitely know that you're in for a treat. And that is honestly true. This game is absolutely amazing, and yes. And you start off, too, with something very new, as you now get the Throw Cappy. That's something that's never been in there before. That's basically never been in there. And the Cap Kingdom is very interesting, too. It's a lot of people compare it to the world... A lot of people compare the Cap Kingdom to the world of The Nightmare Before Christmas. And yeah, but the Cap Kingdom is pretty new. It has very black and white themes, and yeah. And the music's pretty good. The music is honestly really good in this game. It's not as good as Galaxy and Galaxy 2 soundtrack, obviously, but you know. But overall, and one of the first things you do in the game is you see frogs, and guess what? You get to put your hat into them, and become them, and possess them. That is basically one of the most interesting ideas I have ever seen. I mean, I think that's never really been in a Mario game before. This was the first game to have that. A very unique idea, which I really like. This game is filled with uniqueness. And then you see the Brutals, which are basically these bunny things. And you fight one of them, of course, and you leave the Cap Kingdom. And where do you go next? Mario goes to some Cascade place called the Cascade Kingdom. This kingdom is really fun, as you get to go around and rampage as a dinosaur. Yes, as a freaking dinosaur. That has never been in a Mario game before. Yeah, I mean, that is absolutely mind-blowing. Mario possessing a dinosaur, and the collectible in this game is moons. This game is basically filled with moons. It has them basically non-stop. There's basically going to be moons non-stop in this game. And they're basically the replacement for stars, is the moons. Yeah, it's a pretty new idea, but I like it. And not only that, but you also get to possess a change-up. You get to possess, basically, but they call it capturing. You get to capture a lot of things in this game. Goombas, Koopa Troopas. Well, I think you can capture those, but okay. You can capture Hammer Bros, a dinosaur, Chain Chomps, all that amazing stuff. And yeah, that's honestly really amazing. Or this game has bosses in each kingdom or something. And the first big boss is of course the leader of the Brutals, Madame Brutal, and she don't those chain chomps, you have to hit her with it, yeah. And this is honestly a pretty unique boss fight, and adds to some variety this game really has and really strives with. And at the defeat her, you get three power moons. That's absolutely great. And then, of course, Mario gets... So then after you get those, of course, Power Reawakens to the Odyssey. Yes, the name of the game is also the name of a ship that Mario has, basically. So it's kind of like a miniature version of Starship Mario from Galaxy 2. When there were stores, well, you basically just go around the world. Where do you go next? Next up is the Sand Kingdom. The Sand Kingdom's absolutely amazing. Like I said in the beginning of this video, it's kind of like I would kind of just describe its themes. That it's kind of like a Mexican desert. It's a new idea, but very interesting. It's of course new power moves to collect, and it's also where you get to capture bullet bills. Yes, that's very cool. And this is where the game really starts to open up and has new ideas. This is where the power moon collecting really kicks off. Where it really shines. And yeah. And also that's where kind of the open world stuff starts to come. And yeah. You even get to capture a new species in this game. Yes, that in this part, very interesting. And that's absolutely great overall. And at one point we will be going through this cave area, and what do you get on the inverted period? I meant period. What do you get on the inverted pyramid? Of course, another boss fight. Yes, this time, what are you fighting? Well, you're fighting against, of course, more Brutals. Yep. You're going to be fighting the Brutals a ton in this game. Basically in every kingdom or two. But that's not really a bad thing. But once you defeat them, of course, you get 3 power moves, which you get from lots of the big boss fights, and well, then the Sand Kingdom goes dark, and you have to explore an underground cave. Once you go through that, you of course fight a very unique, interesting boss against some kind of thing or whatever. And this is also a really fun boss, very interesting one. You have to capture his fists and punch him. That's honestly really fun. The boss in this game are absolutely fun. Of course, yeah, this game as that fun. This game is filled with it, and absolutely. And that's what I want the next kingdom. All right, then after that, well, next up, you're going to see and also on that chord they're seeing in the background is actually a chord for my webcam. But all that aside, though, next up, then you're in the... next up, you're in the Lake Kingdom. The Lake Kingdom is a really interesting kingdom. This is the first of 2 underwater kingdoms in this game. It's really amazing. Plus, I really like water kingdoms, or I guess water levels in games as a whole. I mean, they're kind of hard at times, and they could be unfair at times, especially in Sonic games, but you know, with underwater levels. But all that aside, though, this game is really amazing, as you get to basically explore a lake, and it's definitely probably one of my favorite water levels in video games as a whole. It's really interesting, it's very unique, it has a lot of variety in it, and yeah. Alright, I got the chord out of the way, but anyway, though, next up is the Wooded Kingdom. Yes, the Wooded Kingdom. This game is really interesting, as it's a forest, and of course the dinosaur is back from the Cascade one, and you even get these new species called uproots, and you get to use them to get moons and stuff, and they get around in this kingdom. This kingdom is really interesting. It has a lot of flower fields and stuff. It has a lot. It has a very steampunk theme too, which is very interesting and pretty unique. And the boss fight here is just really good overall. Yeah, really interesting kingdom. So then after that, you'll be going to the Cloud Kingdom. The Cloud Kingdom doesn't really have too much to it until the post game. And that is And that is, of course, but what you do get to do there is to fight Bowser for the first time. Yes, you get to fight Bowser for the first time. Not really too much, but hey, that is cool, I guess. And it is probably a pretty good boss fight. But if something gets lost, then of course Mario goes to the Lost Kingdom, which was kind of like a jungle with purple poison waters, and yeah, and of course you collect things there. And well, but what is lost? Was that something I mentioned? Well, Cappy gets lost. Yes, Cappy gets lost, and Mario goes look for him. And he does so in this kingdom, which is also quite interesting, I guess. Yep. Then after that is the Metro Kingdom, set in New Donk City, which was the first thing I talked about in this video, or I guess like one of the first. And this is definitely my favorite kingdom in the entire game. It starts off with it being all dark and stormy, and Mario gets to capture tanks and use them. Yes, tanks, and he fights these robotic-like bugs, which are similar to the side bugs from Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, it's a very interesting idea. Mario capturing a tank to fight things that are like cybugs. Yeah, it's a pretty new idea, but I definitely accept it. And it's going to New Donk City. Well, why it's going to New Donk City? We'll get to that later, I guess. But here but when you first get there, you're gonna be basically capturing a tank and of course saving the streets of New Donk and stuff. And yeah, very amazing. The boss fight is really amazing too. For the boss fight, you're gonna be fighting basically a big group of the spiders, and they're basically like forming groups. They look kind of like Smorg from Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Yeah, pretty new idea overall. After all of that, of course, it is time for Mario to explore New Donk City during daytime, where all peace is kept and stuff. And now it's time for the most exciting part of the game. And why it's going to New Donk City? Well, it's because Donkey Kong isn't in this game. However, Pauline is in a new way. As through this, you get to meet the mayor, Pauline, and host a band concert. This is by far the best part of the game shines most. And it looks like it's very fun, as you get to do a lot of fun activities. You get to do the Koopa free running, which is really fun. And you get to ride on a motorcycle, capture an RC car. How interesting can that be? Yes, this game absolutely... The game is the most mind-blowing here. And you meet people that are like real humans. They look like real humans, kinda. And it's definitely very new. That's never been in a Mario game before. So then, of course, a concert gets hosted at a New Donk City, and you get to see the best song in the game, which is also has lyrics in it. So that's something that Mario music actually hasn't really had much, and that is, of course, Jump Up Superstar. Jump Up Superstar is absolutely an amazing song in the game. And probably one of the best songs in Mario history. It's cool they added that here. The music in this game is pretty great, even though I did prefer Galaxy 1 and 2 soundtrack and Sunshine's and 3D World's soundtrack. But anyway, though, this was definitely amazing. Going through a big 8-bit segment, that's absolutely cool and very mind-blowing. And I was very blown away when I saw... back when I played this for the first time in 2017 and 18. Absolutely amazing. Alright, so then after New Donk City, after that's out of the way, then Mario goes to the Land of Snow at the Snow Kingdom at Shiveria. And this part's also pretty fun too. As we're going through an underground area and becoming becoming a Yeti-like thing and doing some kind of race. It's really fun, really amazing, and it's really cool how they added a snow area, because of course they're going to add a snow area in a Mario game. Now I said there's two water levels in this game. Well, next up is Seaside Kingdom. Yes, the Seaside Kingdom is absolutely amazing. I'll be fighting this octopus that has like lava in it. And you'll be going through. You get to a bunch of sea creatures on the seaside. Yes, very new, and you just get to capture Peeps here and explore the water even more. And I can definitely say that this is even better than the Lake Kingdom. It's absolutely really fun, and being able to explore the waters and going through that new fish that you're seeing on screen, and freeing up the lava and cleaning it up. That is absolutely amazing. And yeah. And the next up is the Luncheon Kingdom. Luncheon Kingdom is absolutely amazing kingdom. As I have a theme of food, of course, and you get to capture Hammer Bros and stuff. And this one's absolutely amazing. It's going through basically a fireball going through a big lava, and it has a heavy theme of food, but I really like it overall. It's absolutely really fun exploring this. This is definitely one of the most interesting, most unique Mario Kingdoms. One of the most unique and interesting Mario levels. Absolutely. And of course the boss fight here is very good. Fighting that bird, and you'll be even exploring its theme, and you even get to make soup out of various items in the game, which is also quite fun and stuff. Yeah. Next up is the Ruined Kingdom. Now the Ruined Kingdom it's kind of the Ruined Kingdom has a more darker theme. So you'll be fighting basically a dragon. You'll be fighting a dragon, and that's definitely one of the best fights in the game by far. And everybody fighting a dragon looks kind of realistic, which is very new. Like it's never been in this before. This game had a lot new to this series, basically. And yeah, and there's not too much to do here until the post game, but this is honestly quite interesting. Yeah. And the next up, you'll be going through Bowser's Castle. This time it's called Bowser's Kingdom. And what I really like about this is it's also very unique. And this kingdom it's kind of styled to ancient Japan. Heck, I forgot to say this in this video, but you get to dress up Mario in this game, and his different outfits relate to the different kingdoms. And one of them is they get the samurai outfit. That's really interesting. I think Bowser's Kingdom kind of be based on ancient Japan. That's absolutely amazing. You even get these Pokio things. That's what they're called. They're like little birds. You even get to scale through walls. That's absolutely fun. And we're going through like different parts. That is absolutely great. You're going to be fighting all the Brutals one final time, but then you fight them all in a giant robotic machine. This is a very cool boss fight. Absolutely amazing. And yeah, I really like it. So after all that's done, Mario goes off and explores the moon finally to go find Bowser and Peach after all that fun exploring. And of course you get to go on the moon, you explore a dungeon, and then you get to the wedding hall, and of course it is time for Bowser to be taken down. And the final boss is absolutely amazing. So of course you fight Bowser just like you did in the Cloud Kingdom. So it's basically like a rematch. But then, what happens next? And this time you get to become Bowser. Yes, you get to capture Bowser at the end and escape. This has basically never been seen before. Just like a lot of things in this game. And I have to be mind blown when I play this too. And yeah, this part is absolutely stunning. And of course brings back also that's one of the best songs in the game too, right at the end here, and which is also really nice, I guess. It's really cool too how they had video game songs with lyrics in this. It's very interesting, never been seen before in a Mario game, yeah. And then of course, Mario, Bowser, and Peach break through and lead the way, like the song Please Here says, and then what happens? So the Bowser is down, and Mario and Peach are united, and Cappy and Tiara, which Tiara is basically Peach's version of Cappy. But then what happens? Well, Bowser wakes up, and then what happens? Bowser gives Peach something, and then Mario gives Peach something, but what happens? Peach rejects them. Yeah, this is a weird ending, but something that could be explained in the inevitable Mario Odyssey 2, which I really hope happens. The end of Super Mario Odyssey for the Switch. I'll see you guys next time at the end of this series until Odyssey 2, whenever that happens, or when the next 3D Mario happens. But see you guys then, Agent S out.